Run for over remake of the crime scene. And human rights organization Nouveau Droit de l'Homme has suffered a second burglary in 2 weeks. The police last Saturday in Yaoundé. Top stories.
Canal 2 International.
More at High-Chair reports.
The arrival at the scene of the incident by this young lady and one Bella Aaron who is still on the run. The gang stormed the drinking spot with a dagger ready to kill, and that is how one stabbed Bekada Philibert to death, as the presumed assassins recount. We are in the night of May 4th, 2023, and the head of the Yaoundé Central Police Station number 4, Christine Irene Menzom, were able to crack down the suspects. And in a remake of the incident, this February 3rd, Denfundi State's Council.
Parce que vous êtes venu pour tuer et vous avez tué. C'est même pas une erreur sur la personne parce que.
And from the different parts of his body.
After 2 weeks, this Ngamo.
Exactly 2 weeks after the first burglary, the Nouveau Droit de l'Homme Yaoundé office has been attacked again. The incident took place Saturday night, February 1, breaking Sunday, February 2.
They carried this, or thing they tried to carry out was like abandoned because of the intervention of the police.
For when the security informed them of noise inside the building, they then alerted the police and gendarmes after behind the attacks.
But we are still really engaged and committed for human rights in Cameroon because our engagement is not, the attack is like to fragilize the team, but we still really commit and engage.
They believe and trust
our defender in Cameroon, the situation.
Despite reinforced window protection, change of locks and others, the unidentified men still break in. Worry, torture.
Members of the party to remain 5 meeting of the
and as a before the part 20% before we get into the extraordinary convention will be at 100%.
Covers the National Executive Committee League and or crossroad with the future of its league and or crossroad with the future of its leader uncertain.
As the political landscape is alive with energy and uncertainty. His supporters, some urging him to continue. Leading, while others with their own ambitions at play are driving a growing sense of anticipation. With Cameroon standing at a crucial crossroads, the question flapping many lips is conflict and economic transformation. Even though many question the effectiveness of his administration is reaching new heights, the central issue now is whether President Biya will extend his rule or whether the country will turn toward a new era, one that could potentially bring significant change. Gamblers, flirts or even prostitutes grabbing the news headlines. Some of these individuals, once strong critics of Biya, are now shifting their allegiance to him. While there is no legal bar, many wonder whether these political maneuvers are motivated by personal interests, including financial rewards, access to power, or high-profile government positions, rather than genuine conviction, raising serious questions about the integrity of those involved. As the election approaches, one thing becomes increasingly clear. These alliances could either bolster the president's legacy or potentially lead to unforeseen consequences. Some observers note that Cameroon stands at a crossroads with its future uncertain, and the expected election is shaping up to be a defining moment for the country, and only time will tell which path the nation will take.
That was constructed on a
Numerous complaints of insufficient water flow took the operators to the Mendong Reservoir, serving the west and southwest of Yaoundé. There they landed on this house, whose fence is on the 500 water pipeline that has reduced it to 250. The operational fan, buried deep down, not functional. Need to free the fan. Moving through Jouvin, Simbok, Ebom, Damas, the municipal head could not hold his disappointment. Technicians are on the field to identify these water networks, ensuring they are in good state and carry out repair works when necessary. So these are pass dispositions, which are always 3 to 4 meters deep. Team was also able to stop a roof repair area to contain water leaking on the road. Here, they call on the population to signal cases. This other abandoned water source at the Vogbesi Hill was presented the boss as a water tower that could be studied, repaired and put to use to the benefit of the population.
In South African literature, Sherifa Saleh.
Every year, thousands of books arrive in Cameroon, primarily from France and other European countries. These books dominate fairs like the ongoing Foire Humanitaire du Livre, which runs from February 3 to 15 at the Parc des Princes in Bali Douala. While the initiative offers books at reduced prices, a glaring issue remains: the absence of African literature. Visitors browsing through the fair's numerous stalls find a vast selection of Western authors but struggle to locate works from African writers. For many, this lack of representation is a frustrating reality. Event organizers acknowledge the challenge, attributing it to deeper structural issues within the African publishing and distributing network. They see it as an urgent concern, pushing for strategies to increase access to African books. Despite these challenges, this year's fair introduces an innovation. Half of the books available are brand new, while the other half are second-hand. Support African storytelling. The search continues.
Has actually called for Cameroonians to make sure they take advantage of that book in order to develop themselves and make more money. Details in the full report. Financial education and autonomy at the heart of strategic development is the most striking phrase from the new book titled Key to Financial Autonomy. This 100-page practical manual published by Seed Finance is easy to read and understand. The author, Victoire Jahan, an economist and financial expert, presents essential financial habits, how to budget, cut spending, and save in ways that generate productive investment. Having worked as an institutional account manager with prominent corporate entities, Victoire Jahan believes citizens should trim lifestyles that exceed their financial means or income. The book offers solutions for protecting against financial risk and building financial autonomy. According to Victoire Jahan, the key to financial autonomy lies in reducing cost. She stresses managed well and risk anticipated. And that draws the curtain for this edition of the news. With me, Kejang Henry Atembe. Coming up is Le Debrief de l'Actualité with Lee Pigeon. Good day.